Hey, thanks for watching 4-Color Commentary. I'm Mark Allen, and you know, I had so much fun with that top 10 covers, top 10 Marvel covers, that I wanted to do some more. And again, thanking Bearded Comic Bro for suggesting that idea. Can't wait for his next challenge because I want to do that as well. But you know, going through my collection and just picking out 10 best covers, that just didn't do it for me. And I saw so many others, both old and newer, that I just wanted to include those as well. And so we're going to do that. Some more covers. There are a little more than 10, but not many more. But we're going to start. I want to start picking up where this won't even count as part of the 10. I'll have these 3, then a runner-up, and then another 10. So there you go. I used to do this thing. I've done a couple of videos called Covercopias, so maybe that's what this will be. Anyway, if you remember this one, I talked about Wolverine, red, black, white, and blood, and talked about how Adam Kubert did some covers like that, and I showed you as an example issue number Wolverine Volume 2, issue number 107 from the 90s. Well, that's there were 2 others. That was my favorite of the 3, but he did 3 in a row, and during that run. And here's issue number 106 with Wolverine in his regressed state and Elektra there, and of course you got the red on the logo there, white and red on the logo, and then Wolverine number 108 with a lot more red. And so I mean, you know, Kubert, I tend to think he's got a love for those types of covers because he did them back then, and he did 3 in a row like that, and then he did so much work for, or he did contributed work to Wolverine, black, white, and blood. All right, now I want to just go ahead and get to these. And there's no real order of these covers. These are just some great covers. Some that I've gotten just recently. And one very recently, I can't remember if I shared it on a video or not, but I found this variant edition. It is a movie variant edition. The Invincible Iron Man number 503, paying homage to The Shining. There's Loki, and I suppose saying, here's Loki. But that's a great cover. Captures the evil of Loki while at the same time capturing the feel of The Shining. And so, great cover there. And that, when I found out, I like some variants. I don't go after a lot of variants, but I do have 2 more here. And here is one that just came out last year. This is one of the Spider-Woman variants for Spider-Woman number 1, and I loved the red. Just the red, and I'm not a big Spider-Woman fan, but I got this. This was part of a Walmart 3-pack, Marvel 3-pack, and so when I pulled this one out, I was thrilled to find this because this so much red. It's a beautiful, gorgeous cover, and so anyway, great cover there. Now, speaking of Spider-Woman variants, this is a Spider-Woman variant from 1999. It is from the John Byrne, Bart Sears short-lived Spider-Woman run, but this is Spider-Woman number 1, the white variant, and this is a Bart Sears cover. I've had this, I think, ever since the series started. I kept this one as well as an issue, the regular issue or a regular copy of issue 1, but always loved this white variant cover, and I love that she's throwing a shadow on the white, as if it's a white wall. So anyway, some great variants there, and great stuff. Now, again, in no particular order, these are just comics that I think are fantastic. The covers I think are fantastic. And the first one is Giant Size Man-Thing number 1 by Mike Ploog. I love Ploog's work. Mike Ploog did a lot of horror work for Marvel during the Bronze Age. And he also, some of you may know, he did some work for the Ultraverse, I believe it was, on Sludge, a Christmas special, or I believe, of some such. He also Abatazad. Some of you may be familiar with his property Abatazad. But anyway, this is just a great cover. One of my favorite Ploog covers, especially from the Bronze Age of Marvel. All right, or Marvel's Bronze Age. All right. Next is a Doctor Strange number 1 that some of you may not know about. This one doesn't have a... Well, anyway, this is from a limited series. I don't remember if it was 4 or 6 or 3 or what. I only have the first 2. Written by a guy named Jolly. Okay, Dan Jolly and with art by Tony Harris, co-written by Tony Harris, but also with art by Tony Harris, who, of course, I think made his chops on Starman in the 90s. This miniseries is from 1999. This is Doctor Strange, The Flight of Bones, #1. And look at that cover. With this one image, to me, Harris became a Doctor Strange artist. I mean, he is, and he did the interiors as well, but we won't take time for those. But anyway, just a great, man, that's a beautiful Doctor Strange cover by Tony Harris. And so, great stuff there. All right, one of my childhood favorites, early readership favorites anyway. This is a 1981 comic book, ROM number 18, guest starring the X-Men. And it's it's both the white in the cover as well as just the creepiness of the villain, who is called Hybrid, and plus the fact that it's a Frank Miller cover. Just lots of things going for this cover, but it had action, it had a creepy factor, it had a beautiful white in the cover, and so anyway, just a great cover there by Frank Miller. Okay. Next is a cover. Oh, I meant to do some research on this, and I didn't do it. This is a Vault of Evil color, Vault of Evil #9 from 70s Marvel, and this illustration is by Russ Heath, but I don't know if it's one that was used. Obviously, these horror books were reprints of Golden Age stories. This cover may be as well, but it's still a beautiful cover. So I love the giant hand, and giant hands or have been rampant over the years on comic book covers. This is a Russ Heath cover, Vault of Evil #9, and so that's a great cover. Love Russ Heath, love his work, and so fun cover there. All right, this next one also goes back to my childhood. Or early readership, childhood to junior high. This is an Amazing Spider-Man. It is a very dramatic cover, 1979, and a very dramatic cover that really caught my eye as a kid, picking up comic books at the grocery store or at the convenience store. This one, I'm sure, jumped off the shelf at me because it has remained one of my favorite covers and one of my favorite stories. This is Amazing Spider-Man #197, as Spider-Man is about to get squished by a sofa with the Kingpin standing on his chest there. So that's no picnic, okay? And so great cover there by John Romita Sr., I believe. I couldn't find any signature on there. There may be some Mooney or Al Milgrom work in there, Jim Mooney or Al Milgrom, but it's a great cover anyway. Just looks kind of John Romita-ish. And I didn't do any research on that. Did this kind of on the fly. All right, next cover is one that I looked for a long time as a kid, and finally got, because I loved the series. I used to pick this series up at an old flea market in Sand Springs, Oklahoma, that my family would take me to. At one time, I think I got about 90% of this particular run at this old Red Barn flea market. And this is Iron Fist #1. Of course, from the 70s, Marvel, and that wonderful, amazing Gil Kane cover. Just the action and the angst. Iron Fist throwing that powerful punch into Iron Man's chest while getting a repulsor to the head, which honestly, let's be honest, would have taken his head off. But anyway, it looks great, and a great color, very colorful, very dramatic Gil Kane cover, and just love that cover. It is 1975, and so anyway, 1975 book, but a first issue. Love that Gil Kane cover. Just the colors and the action and everything. All right, speaking of colors, speaking of colorful and bright and vibrant, which of course covers should be if they're going to catch the eye of the reader, and that is Marvel 2-in-1, number 42, The Thing and Captain America, with my favorite Cosmic Cube cover. I mean, with all the different, obviously, it's not, the Cosmic Cube is not supposed to be that reflective, I don't believe, but it just kind of showing some of the elements of the story. I love the colors. I love how the cover itself just just really just almost sparkles with color there. You know, one of the things that one of the reasons I'm, you know, I like the hobby, I think is that it goes very innate. It's very visceral almost. When you walk into a comic book store and just all the colors, it appeals to some area of the brain, you know, when you see those colors. So Marvel 2-in-1 number 42, great George Perez cover, by the way. George Perez Cosmic Cube cover, gotta love that. And so great stuff there. There's just so much to like in this medium. And there have been so many great artisans who have worked in it and who have produced so many great covers. Now, one more. This is also from my early readership. And so early days as a fan. This is a 1977 comic. This is Supervillain Team Up number 14. This is getting close to the end of the run, if it wasn't the very end. And so this cover, before I show you this cover, it has gotten me started. It is again by John Byrne. I made a comment on the last video, the cover video, that John Byrne, I have a hard time not picking out just half or more John Byrne covers as my favorite covers. I think my next cover video is going to be you know, great Marvel covers, the John Byrne edition, and I'm thinking I'm just going to go ahead and do that with some other artists as well. But anyway, Dr. Doom and Magneto, Supervillain Team Up number 14, and this cover grabbed me as a kid just to see all these heroes bowing down to Dr. Doom as if you know, pledging fealty to him and allegiance to him, and just, you know, as a kid, I'm just like that grabs you. This was a part 2 from a Champions comic, and I have that run, of course. But anyway, great John Byrne cover, early John Byrne cover, and so great stuff there. So anyway, some more great covers. Just wanted to share with you, and of course we comic book collectors like to share our favorite covers, our favorite stories. It's just a lot of fun, and so I hope you enjoyed it. Hey, listen, if you liked the video, go ahead and click the like button. If you haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate you doing that, but otherwise, I just appreciate you watching, and I hope that you will have a great weekend and just enjoy the medium of comics, enjoy your hobby more every day. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next video.